God damn, my head look big as a motherfucker. With the way the camera set up, I need to set this motherfucker up different or something, nigga. Whole forehead is blinking. My lineup crispy though. The fuck you talking about? I said I should call this shit charge talk. When I'm up here charging my motherfucking car up, and I just feel like talking my shit for a minute. But it's a few things I was just gonna talk about real quick. I'm really kind of goddamn just on my shit tonight. Not on the wine. I'm on the bottle. Guess what bottle it is, nigga? You can't guess. You don't know it. You don't know what bottle that is. Matter of fact, if anybody know what bottle this is, I'll cash up you a dub. Right the fuck now. Put it in the goddamn comments. They go to Pussyhead Police. Fuck them. But look, now I know everybody saw how loaded Juke funeral was. Now, on some real shit, like, I know that man would not have wanted to go out the way he did, and he wasn't ready to go or nothing. But boy, when you see a nigga off though, boy, that's how you see a nigga off, man. Like, that was actually, like, even with everything and the circumstance and how the shit happened and everything, it's like, shit, the nigga, like, goddamn it, if you would have told this nigga, bro, president gonna chime in on your motherfucking funeral, the Memphis police department, security, everybody gonna lock this bitch down to the point where it ain't gonna be nothing going on. It's like, man, again, a nigga don't be wanting to go out, but at the end of the day, man, like, when you seen off right, that's really all the fuck we live for. I'm telling you, I be telling folks that shit. We live for what the fuck is gonna be, goddamn it, said at our funeral. And how many tears we gonna accumulate at that motherfucker, and the feelings folks gonna have, and all that old shit. That's where a lot of folks be coming from. Like, that's why a lot of suicidal folk, they'll do that shit thinking they gonna be able to go to their own funeral and see people crying and see, you know what I'm saying, what that motherfucker's gonna miss them and shit. That's my theory anyway. But anyway, but yeah, but the shit with Juke though, like, that's how you would want to be seen off. And folks, I seen some folks on the internet talking about some goddamn it, yeah, Gotti got the police out there. Yeah. You goofy motherfucker. You think the police ain't just gonna ramp up they shit? Like, when they see what the fuck is going on, okay, Juke just got killed at a motherfucking funeral service that actually had police present. Now, you can't tell me it wasn't damn police officer up there when Juke got hit. And not only was it that, it was a Bovan event to the point where if they just let the streets do what they do, like, motherfuckers respect the Bovans out there in Memphis, man. Like, if y'all know them folks and know what the fuck they really got going, like, them folks like Slick running that shit. So for them to do that shit at his event and for it to be police out there, you goddamn right they gonna ramp that shit the fuck up. Like, folks don't be living in reality, and that's what I be saying about a lot of shit. It be like, man, like, folk, like this the real motherfucking world. Like, all that old movie shit, yeah, that shit look good, but when you be out here for real and you really see the streets and really be in the streets and see what the fuck going on and realize what the fuck be going on in life, like, for real, like, y'all look at that shit like, oh yeah, there's the police everywhere, nigga. Oh, nigga, you calling the police. Nigga, yeah, they out there. The fuck? Like, why would they not be? That's just like shit in Georgia, nigga. Goddamn, we had a motherfucking snowstorm 4, 5, 6 goddamn years ago. And these motherfuckers now, since that snowstorm and motherfuckers got stuck, like folks were stuck on the highway and school buses was stuck in snow and ice and shit and couldn't get nowhere because they ain't prepared for this type of shit. Like, so when it happened, these motherfuckers was like since then, they can say, oh, it's gonna be motherfucking 40 degrees tomorrow. Them bitches gonna close school. Close school, nigga, shut businesses down. Yeah, we ain't opening, nigga. They said it's gonna be 40. Like, are you fucking, like, they prepare for shit like that. Like, to the point where kids don't go to school when it's 40 degrees outside. So you think they ain't gonna prepare for one of the biggest niggas in Memphis, regardless of what the fuck side of the fence you on? If you a nigga who put 1,000 dolphins on every CMG post, which I don't understand. Why the fuck you following these CMG niggas if you really don't fuck with them enough to put a 1,000 dolphins? But okay, fuck it. You repping Dolph. All right, you on that side of the fence. Nigga, you picked a side. And so, but it's like, okay, you goddamn it, putting this shit up there and you acting like goddamn these motherfuckers is out of line and all this old weird shit. It's like, bro, come the fuck on, man. Like, folks don't be living in the real world, man. And even if you is on that side, it's like, god damn, like, just recognize what the fuck real shit is, like real life is, and how the fuck shit really go. Like, of course they're gonna have that shit out there, and Gotti gonna have 1 million niggas too. And all his artists gonna have niggas, and that shit gonna be like that. But yeah, man, motherfuckers gotta goddamn stop living in this fantasy motherfucking movie world. Like, that shit crazy. But, and at the end of the day too, it's like, for like, nobody can deny that Jook wasn't no little, like, he wasn't no peon. He wasn't no little nigga out there. So for that shit to happen, and the way it did, like, it's like, damn, y'all touched him? So, okay. And they know on both sides it's gonna be some goddamn reinforcement. Shit, why wouldn't it be? But a lot of y'all same motherfuckers who be talking about, oh yeah, Gunny had the police out there, oh my gosh. Y'all wasn't saying shit now. When Dirk went to Chicago and he had the police block all that shit off, it was, yeah, that's how you supposed to do. That's how you supposed to move. And that's why I said, folk be picking sides. I can just come from a non-biased standpoint when I'm talking about shit. Like, again, even if I am on whatever side, nigga, I can still come from a non-biased standpoint and say that shit was supposed to be like that. They said Dolph shit was like that. I heard his shit was more private, though. That's what I heard. But it wasn't really publicized like that. Damn, man, I hate that shit, man. Damn. That nigga Dolph, man, on some real shit. Dolph I know why folks relate to Dolph so much, because Dolph was like he'll show his personality. Like, he ain't mind laughing and doing bullshit. And even like Key Glock it smashed that nigga in the face with a pie and shit, and he just laughed and shit. Like, first he was like, what the fuck? And then he looked up and seen it with Key Glock and just bust out laughing. And like, the nigga seemed like he was a decent nigga. You know what I'm saying? And so all that shit be tragic, man. That's why I did that video if he had signed with CMG, because it was just like, damn, like that could have been the end all be all. Like, that shit could have really united that whole city. The same way, like, because I seen shit where Duck was like, in Chicago, Duck he wasn't saying that he was goddamn just gonna be on some fuck whatever type shit, but he said he was willing to sit down and talk to certain motherfuckers. And certain folks don't be wanting to talk, and when there's blood on the ground, like, okay, like, you kind of can't get mad. You can't be like, oh, bro, you just need to sit that shit down and talk it out and whatever the fuck. Shit, there's blood on the ground. Like, you can't tell a motherfucker how to grieve. And so if a motherfucker feel like somebody need to go behind, goddamn it, them losing they folks, then shit, what the fuck can you say about that? It's like, again, you can't tell nobody how to grieve, man. But even because sometimes I might have that feeling about certain niggas. Because I feel like, yeah, I do feel like Dirk could have killed that shit a long time ago in that shit. And maybe he couldn't have. Because a lot of them niggas, it don't seem like a lot of the street niggas really fuck with him like that. Like, they fucked with Von tougher. And I always said if Von would stay alive, he would have been bigger than Dirk. Like, when it was all said and done, because his story was more interesting and he was more of a like niggas could really tap into him on each side. Like, even with him screaming GDK and dropping the rakes and all that shit, a part of me kind of still just be like, man, like, it's kind of hard not to respect or fuck with this nigga, because it's just, I don't know, it's something about him that you just kind of like, even if you don't like that motherfucker. Like, just being real. Like, it was like, goddamn. But it be like that about a lot of niggas, cause like, even with Duck. Like, Duck, first song I ever heard of Duck, no bullshit, was Dead Bitches. And motherfuckers be like, that was the song that got him killed and all of those shit. And I could see how that song could be damning like that. Cause, whoa, no bullshit. No bullshit. If we just ranking diss songs of all time, that motherfucker damn near top 5, boy. That nigga there, it was disrespectful and bad. But boy, that motherfucker was so good at the same time for the outside motherfucker. Like, I know the niggas who on that side, they always gonna hate that shit, nigga. Fuck that nigga forever for that shit. And again, I get it. But from an outside nigga who like don't got nothing to do with the beef and the actual ins and outs of it, just hearing it, that shit was like, God dang, this went bananas. I'm talking about shit. And he wasn't letting up on that motherfucker. And it was just like, and the way that motherfucker come in, man. Say this something, bitch, I swear to God we mean it. He came in that bitch, and I'm talking about didn't let up on that motherfucker. But again, to the outside area, yeah. But to them niggas, that shit was fucked up. Like, but they got disrespectful ass shit too. And again, that shit, they got the whole world talking about smoking Tuga. Yeah, niggas didn't even realize what the fuck they was saying or what they was talking about or nothing. They just, shit, nigga, this is weed is, nigga. That was just how popular that shit got. So, that shit been disrespectful as fuck on both sides, but, like, again, these niggas live across the street from each other. So just imagine if niggas had just really fucking two niggas. Hey, bro, Auntie said we need to talk. Cause these niggas all cousin. That's why J-Man be saying he motherfucking Reese cousin, cause everybody in the cave met bitch was fucking. That's what he said. So goddamn, hit your cuz up, nigga, and squash this goddamn stupid shit, cause nigga, goddamn, this shit ain't cute, cool, or nothing, man. Like, being in the midst of it, okay, yeah, y'all be thinking like, oh yeah, nigga, I'm that motherfucker. Bro, it's a whole different. I'll be saying that shit too, man. Chicago niggas who be, and not even just Chicago niggas, but niggas who just be in war zones, period. Like, it can be Chicago, Memphis, goddammit, Milwaukee, motherfucking Atlanta, wherever the fuck. Like, Georgia, Tennessee, to Kentucky, Texas. Niggas who really is in that shit and ain't never been out. Like, it's certain niggas who never left their hood. Like, just think about that. Like, your neighborhood is like what you would consider your neighborhood is like damn near less than a mile radius. Like, your whole surrounding area, you walk to this store, walk to that store, go over here, run up the street right quick. But, okay, let's just say your amount of movement is within a 20, 30 mile radius. Because a lot of folks don't like traveling past 20 minutes. Like, if a motherfucker say, oh, man, that shit 20 minutes away, a motherfucker might change their mind about going and shit. So let's just say you say, okay, your radius is 20 to 30 miles. Like in Atlanta, some niggas ain't never been outside of 285. Or they ain't never been out the Bluff. Or they ain't never been out of motherfucking off of Candler or East Atlanta or motherfucking Boulder Crest. But let's just say your range is 20, 30 miles. Like, that is so, like, the percentage of the world that is so fucking small. But it's certain niggas who never been outside of that shit. And these niggas don't know how it feels to go to the store without a shiesty mask on. And without having a real, like, having a hand on that motherfucker, like, cause they know it's really some niggas who want them to go today. They don't give a fuck what the circumstance is, what the day is, the holiday, the birthday, the whatever day. Nigga, it's your death day, nigga, if I see you, nigga. And you walking around like that. Like, a nigga came in my shop, man, no bullshit. One day, I'm sitting in the shop and I'm cutting somebody. And I look up and a little nigga done walked in the door. This nigga got a goddamn street sweeper, like, in his hand. To the point where I'm like, hold on, nigga, are we being robbed? What the fuck? But when a nigga tell him to put it up, like, hey, man, you can't just have that out like that in here. He like, bro, I got to have him motherfucker, bro. Like, not like that, not in here. Like, I got a business to run and there's customers in this motherfucker, man. Like, and nigga, if you gotta walk around like that, nigga, you might not need to be in here getting the cut. You might need to call your barber to the house and pay a little extra, goddammit, cause what the fuck is, like, what did you do? Like, goddamn. Like, that'd be my question to a lot of niggas. Like, what did you do, man? Like, that makes somebody, like, You ain't even been on this earth long enough to understand what life is about. Like, cause this nigga one number like 16, 17. So like, you probably ain't even fucked 10 bitches yet. Like, just straight up. Like, you ain't did nothing. And niggas want you to leave. Like, that's not life. Like, straight up. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, folks be thinking, like, you be, like, these little niggas, like, y'all be thinking y'all gonna get that recognition, or that shit really gonna matter. Bro, no bullshit, man. When you go down the road, man, like, yeah, folks might say free you and all that old shit some days. But, man, there ain't a lot of folks accepting them calls, man. And you ain't getting glorified like that. Like, life goes on, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what happened. Like, next week is the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck who get took out this motherfucker. That Super Bowl gonna happen. That Super Bowl is gonna fucking happen. And not only is that Super Bowl gonna happen, but niggas' jobs gonna run, the store gonna open, business is gonna be straight, traffic gonna go on. Like, life goes on, man. Like, if folks realize how much of a mustard seed you is in the motherfucking world, man, you goddamn start goddamn treating this shit like it's something. Because again, some niggas don't know what it feel like to not wear a shiesty mask to the store. And to not to have to hurry up and get the fuck home. Man, I went to Milwaukee one time, man. Because that's where I'm from, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I went back home, man. And my little baby cousin, well, he ain't no, of course he ain't my baby cousin no more. He was a little nigga, like, he was my baby cousin when I was little, so I still always look at the nigga like that, but the nigga grown as fuck. Grown, big ass nigga. But this nigga, we go to the store, and he like, yeah, man. Like, he like all over his shoulder. Yeah, bro, this shit been hot, man. Like, shit been hot, cuz I ain't like. And I'm like, man, calm down. Like, cause I'm an energy nigga. Like, don't track that shit to you just on some bullshit, bro. Like, I get it been hot, but I'm in the car right now, so we gonna keep this shit cool. Like, god damn it. And so, but I feel him, because that's the goddamn, that's the environment that he in. And we go to the store, man, and shit's cool, and we end up making it back to the house. But it was like, why, when he was in the house, he was so relaxed. And it was a totally different nigga. And this was before Corona. So niggas weren't wearing masks. And that's what made me say that, like, his stress level went up so high from going to the store, the corner store. Like, we really could have walked. Like, cause me being me, I just would have walked. But he was like, man, the shit was so hot around there, to the point where he like, nah, don't walk. Like, we can ride up there. But he wasn't even comfortable riding. He really just would have preferred not to fucking go. Like, straight up. And so, that shit, man. That shit be crazy though, man. Like it's places, man, and it's spots around the world where you don't gotta live like that, man. So don't think that it's the end all be all just cause you in that shit. Like, yeah, it's good to get seen off nice, but it's also good to be here and, you know, do whatever you want to do. Because, again, I don't see a lot of folks just rushing to that motherfucking graveyard, even when they in that shit. Nigga be like, yeah, I know what come with this shit. Like I said, they always say that shit. Oh, yeah, I know what come with this shit. Niggas know what come with this shit. Bruh, but when them shots go off, motherfuckers is running. I don't give a fuck who the fuck it is. You ducking and running, nigga. You ain't trying to, nigga. No, you trying to see another day. At the end of the day, everybody's goal is always, I want to go home. Just let me make it home. If a nigga get jammed up by the police or the police jump behind you, hit the lights, whatever, first thought come to your head is, man, damn, I just want to go home. And that the first thing you'll tell the officer, man, I'll just go to the house, man. Shit, I mean, shit, nigga, yeah, I know my insurance done lapsed and shit. I'll just go home, man. I don't give, like, just let me go home. That's all you want to motherfucking do. Go the fuck home. So sometime before the shit go down, go the fuck home. Like, and I ain't telling the motherfucker don't have fun on leave, like, cause I'm gonna live mine. But sometimes I go the fuck home. And that's just what you got to do. I got to piss like a motherfucking bow-legged Russian racehorse riding this motherfucker, man. I bullshit you not. I got about 15 more minutes on this charge. My bladder about to bust, though. I think I'm finna go hit one of these trash cans. Shit. This shit is not cool. But yeah, man. But this been this charge talk, man. I'm really finna end this motherfucker because I gotta piss like a motherfucker. My blood ain't going no. And neither is my bottle. But I might need to save it for my walk for after this goddamn walk. And these folks up here in this fucking drive-thru trying to make it hard for a nigga. The police over there, god damn. Niggas do not want a nigga to piss. Man, there's all these folks up here. There's a million Teslas up here charging up too. Fuck, why y'all niggas ain't charged up already? The fuck? But that's about it, man. Y'all motherfuckers enjoy y'all goddamn night. Live this shit to the fullest. Don't take nothing for granted, but don't let nothing take you for granted neither, motherfucker. Till the next time. Signing off.